Hey, I'm back. It's been a while because I've been working on myself and decorating my home. Anyway, what brought me back to the rantosphere? Babies, Gen Z. Especially you guys. It's not just you, but it's mostly you. This is very much for you. Y'all's cringe phobia, your aversion to cringe, is it's ruining your zest for life. I know you guys love to make fun of us for cringe things. And listen, like some things are pretty universally cringe. We're all universally like, no. But you know, there's a lot of like some of y'all bully people online for harmless, definitely cringe, but harmless cringe shit to the point where you say some outlandish bullying shit. This shit is coming back. It's mean, like there's like a lot of mean girl behavior coming back. There's more of this like it's something that I thought that we put to rest. I thought we put this in the ground. I thought we put in the ground this need to seem cool and to seem, you know, to be perceived as cool. Like just the very concept of being cool and not cringe coming back. And you know, that's all well and good, but I hate to break to you, and I'm gonna give you some of my personal experience. And I think a lot of millennials went through this, and I'm trying to tell you something. Listen, there's a lot of things, you know, there's a lot of things that your generation is doing amazingly. Not that millennials are perfect or better anyway, but I'm biased. But a lot of life's greatest experiences, you cannot avoid the cringe. You can't avoid the awkwardness. Have you ever had like a real bona fide like brainstorming session? Like, do y'all do that shit anymore? Where you're just like brainstorm. All ideas are good ideas, no matter what. You write it down. Like almost, it's like every great idea, especially like artistically and stuff, it came from shit like this. It came from brainstorming. And that brainstorming process is cringe. You're writing down everything that comes to your mind. You're just opening the floodgates. You are not putting a gate on the shit that's in your head. You're not putting any limitations on your ideas because of a fear of what it might look like. No, you're just running through the possibilities so that you can refine something. And like, yeah, eventually it will be refined, but it starts out as fucking cringe. A lot of things start out very cringe. You know? Meeting people, there's awkwardness in that. Having human interaction, that can be awkward sometimes, and that's okay. Brave that uncomfortability because it can absolutely be worth it in the end. But you can't get there. You can't get to a lot of the most meaningful things in life without getting through the cringe or getting through the awkwardness or just fucking living in it. Just fucking living in it, my God. Like, okay. When we were in high school, you know, okay, wait, let me start. Some of the stuff that you guys make fun of us a lot for is nostalgia, right? We're always talking about, you know, the cartoons and the movies and stuff that we used to watch and everything, and like, you know, so how passionate we get about it. And it's just like weird old school mean girl behavior coming back. Honestly, it's just very, very interesting. But that's something that y'all make fun of us for quite a bit. And let me tell you why a lot of us are so passionate, or like why so much of us hinge on nostalgia and we don't give a shit about the cringe, and we don't give a shit that you think it's cringe. First of all, let me just add in that some of the things that you guys peg as cringe is actually just neurodivergent behavior, and that I thought we put in the ground a long time ago. Some of y'all are just turning into old school bullies. Put a pin in that. But next up, like when we were in high school, there was that perception of like what's cool and what's not, and cringe and whatnot, and a lot of us had interests, that were deemed cringe. Comic books, superheroes, anime. And it was not mainstream then for a lot of us. It wasn't mainstream. No, it wasn't mainstream at all. But we were kids. We were kids, and we were still following that the fucking social hierarchy and stuff. And then millennials, what I think happened, I'm like, this is not a scientific study. This is just through me living as a millennial and observing the world as a millennial and observing other millennials. But we lived through the things that we lived through, right? The world events, adulthood, going into therapy, figuring out just how shitty a time we had. We saw the greatest shift in technological advancements that the world has ever seen. We went from dial-up internet to we went from dial-up and shit to having access to everything here at our fingertips right now. That's a big fucking jump, okay? It's a very big jump. We went through a lot of shit, and it very much overwhelmed us. We started unpacking, just how much in our childhoods we missed out on, just how much our parents let us down, just how much our mental health was let down, how many of us should have been diagnosed with shit a long time ago, but we weren't. Some of us are on the spectrum and we never knew. Some of us joined the military for reasons, and we got burnt the fuck out. And we realized that our youth, we were screwed the fuck over. We're still young. But our childhoods, our teenagedoms, we were screwed the fuck over. And so a lot of us are reparenting our inner child. And a lot of that means going back to the things that we loved, possibly in the shadows, possibly in secret. And because we're adults, we don't give a shit how loud it is anymore. We don't give a shit about being cool because we're tired. We have bills to pay. We have bills to pay now. Being bullied is no longer our biggest fucking concern anymore. We're going back to the things that made us happy to begin with, that we weren't allowed to love out loud. And we're doing it now. And we're doing it as adults. We're giving our inner child the things that we missed out on, the things that we never had. We're giving our inner children the opportunity to be themselves out in the open. We're giving our inner child the opportunity and the ability to speak, to say what that kid wants, what it likes, to enjoy things like Comic-Con and theme parks and stuff like that, and dressing up in costume for whatever occasion, whether it's going to a movie or going whatever. We're allowing ourselves to do that shit. And to y'all, that might seem fucking cringe. And maybe it is. But you know what? It's freeing. It's very, very much freeing. Okay? I'm just fucking telling you. When I was diagnosed with PTSD and depression and general anxiety and shit, and there was no joy left to be found for me anywhere. Where did I turn? I turned right back to the things that I watched when I was younger. I turned back to anime, and I spent a lot of time, loving that stuff in the shadows. In the Air Force Academy in college, I kind of took a break from watching a lot of the stuff that I loved because I was so busy. I'm like, I have to do my homework. I have to make sure that I pass. But then, oops, shit. I played. I didn't have time. I was like, I don't have time for this. But I went back to the shit that always made me happy. I went back to watching Inuyasha. My husband introduced me to My Hero Academia. I started getting into new anime again. And you know what? It made me so happy. As an adult, it made me so happy to be able to give my inner child, like give some of that back. And the thing is, I've never stopped. The thing is, I have never stopped. And I started doing content on this shit. And you know what? People called me fucking cringe because I am cringe, guys. I'm absolutely fucking cringe. I'm absolutely cringe. I'm out of my fucking mind. I'm out of my fucking mind. But you know what? It's me. It's me and it's real. How much of it is my personality or my neurodivergence, whatever. It's me and it's real and it's my real enjoyment. It's my real joy. And that's why it fucking worked for me. And that's why it fucking worked. You guys can make fun of cringe shit all of you want, but cringe got me here. Cringe got me a following. Cringe got me fame. Cringe got me money. I get paid to be cringe sometimes. And cringe helps me connect with people. And it's fun. And it's absolutely fun because a lot of people don't get to be cringe in the public arena the way that I do. But a lot of us are really craving that because we just want to let loose and be weird. And that's okay. That's completely okay. Being cringe is not going to disqualify you from having a good life. Are you kidding me? Cringe. I have a husband, I have a home, I have a dog and a cat, I have friends. I'm cringe, and that's okay. Your fear of cringe is gonna keep you from a lot of meaningful things. It's gonna keep you from trying shit. It's gonna keep you from keep you from taking a chance on things because you want to avoid discomfort. It's gonna keep you from making connections. And and we are meant to be social. I don't give a shit what you. It's gonna keep you from a lot. It's gonna keep you from a lot. And making fun of people that lean into their cringe harmlessly, because some people like nuance. Some things are harmful. Some things are like universally like, okay, you didn't have to do all that. Like, please stop. Please stop. That's we all agree that's cringe. But in other cases, in many other cases, your aversion to cringe is going to keep you from a lot of meaningful things. As a millennial, that's where it came from because I feel like when we were younger, much younger than you are now, we had that risk aversion, that cringe aversion phase, and we came right back to that shit. Like we came right back to it because when you try to avoid cringe, you try to avoid awkward, you just stifle yourself. Like, for what? Performing coolness for who? For who? For why? For what? Cringe can get you places if that's really who you are. If it means leaning into everything that you are. If it means like really opening yourself up and letting yourself get weird and wild and like enjoy things. Like, it just might make you fucking happier, motherfucker. Like, it just might open doors for you, motherfucker. Like, it just might help you make connections and meet people, motherfucker. I'm telling you. Get used to the cringe. Embrace the cringe. Embrace the awkward. Or don't. Or don't. It's a rant. It's a rant. I'm ranting about what I observe, what I think you need to hear. Whether or not you take it, I don't know, and I don't care. But I'm just telling you where I'm coming from. I'm telling you where a lot of us are coming from. And you can make fun of cringe people all you want, cringe people, millennials, whatever. But in a lot of those cases, we're having the time of our lives. We're making ourselves as happy as we possibly can. A lot of us are just not fucking happy, okay? Like, we're fucking depressed, okay? So the serotonin has to come from anywhere. Fucking anywhere, okay? We're just doing the best we can, but I don't know. See how well that serves you. See how well that serves you avoiding awkwardness for as long as you possibly can. Because I thought this was something that we put in the ground a while ago, a few years ago, especially I think when we started jumping on social media and talking about like anime and stuff like that. And, and that stuff had a resurgence. Yeah, cool is out. cringe is in. Like, if that's what floats your boat, if that's what lights you up inside. So yeah, making fun of people that are cringe is not going to enrich your life any. As a matter of fact, your aversion, your avoidance of awkwardness, it might backfire on you in ways that maybe you'll see the results, maybe you never will. But if you're afraid of being awkward, you lose out on a lot of opportunities in every aspect of life. So take that advice or don't. I'll be here being cringe.